Matthias asks, this is for you, Jimmy.
Uh-oh.
What do you think of the Norwegian government's decision to pull their investments out of ExxonMobil due to ethical reasons of their involvement in Equatorial Guinea? And please, keep your answer as long as you'd like.
My mother's Italian, and I take offense to the word Guinea.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy. Don, in seeing so much information regarding terrorist activity against the U.S. and other countries, do you feel more or less secure living your day-to-day life?
I feel actually more secure right now, and I live in New York, so I'm more worried about getting hit by a. Honestly, I'm more worried about getting hit by a bicycle delivery guy than a bomb blowing up. So, yeah.
I'm worried about you getting hit by a bicycle delivery guy also.
The car. I mean, it's always the car. I mean, as much as I fear lots of things and the environment and terrorism, but the car is the most obvious probable culprit for making your life in a second go from, hey, I have a great life, to...
Jerry Rubin in L.A.
You know,
Jerry Rubin.
Jerry Rubin.
Soon you will be able
the
to...
radical guy?
Yeah.
Was hit by a car?
By a car in L.A. after becoming a yuppie. True.
Oh.
True fact.
So it did happen to someone.
Okay. Okay, does affirmative, this is for you, Anna, does affirmative action break America's promise of equal justice under law, as The Economist said today? Wow, The Economist said that today.
Nope.
Want to elaborate on that? Or?
Nope.
Not very affirmative.
I would agree with that. You know, I mean, I think, you know, there's a legacy from slavery that has, if you look at this, my thing on affirmative action always, look at the statistics. And African Americans are behind white Americans in so many areas. You can only come to...
Also, people only want to be with people that they're comfortable around. So unless we give them incentives to think differently about that, and we live more and more now in tribes and in small communities with people just like us. So if we don't do things to urge us to be in contact with one another, we're just going to continue cycles.
Yeah,
so.
That said, I think, you know, we'll know we've... The big idea of America is to form a more perfect union, and we'll know we've succeeded when it's time to move from affirmative action based on race to affirmative action based on class, because that really is a larger issue.
Well, we're kind of there.
Well,
yeah.
We're moving to a...
but it's not just race. I mean, it's GLBT rights, it's women's rights, LGBT.
You said GLBT, and it threw everyone off.
It just, I mean, it's all the same. It's all the same.
Very self-centered of you, by the way.
Well, because I'm gay?
To put yourself first, yeah,
well, you know,
GLBT.
I try, you know.
You're gay?
I'm gay, yeah.
Oh, now you tell me when the show's over.
Why, did you want to ask me out on
No,
no.
No, I wouldn't do that on the air.
A little footsie under the table.
Yeah, I mean... but what I was going to say is, you know, when you look at statistics like household wealth or something, I mean, like black Americans have like, you know, 11 cents on the dollar.
Yeah, but it's not just
some
that.
ridiculous statistic. I'm probably getting that
wrong.
It's
income, it's education, it's health disparities. I mean, you go on down the list, brown people, unfortunately, disproportionately are worse off than white people. I mean, there's no question about it. When you take a look at the statistics, we still have a long way to go.
We do.
And here's why. It's because even though affirmative action is on the books, even though thus in the process it is enforced, it's still not enforced from a race-based standpoint. There are still a lot of people out there, unfortunately, that don't like me just because of the color of my skin. And thus in the process, they have preconceived notions about me and think that perhaps maybe I can't speak proper English, or perhaps maybe I don't have the strong, I'm telling you, this is what the statistics say. And perhaps maybe I don't have a strong work ethic as you do. Perhaps maybe I'm driving down Beverly Hills and I'm in a nice car and I'll get pulled over by doing 23 miles instead of 25 miles. Just simply
Perhaps
because I'm
producers don't think I can garner an audience to the extent that a white person can. So, I mean, you know, we know that we still live with these things.
You're not white?
We know that we
Look how politically incorrect you get when you come here.
I'm sorry.
You would never have asked that on your own show, Jimmy, right?
I would have.
When I say I mean we.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
You, me.
Right.
Me.
Not you.
Me. Probably me.
Us. The three of us. The three amigos.
But Anyway, as I was trying to say, if you look at just statistics and you see African Americans behind in some of these economic factors, you can either say one of two things. They're behind because they're not smart enough,
Some people do say
or because there is a legacy.
Legacy of
Yeah,
And
there
you
is a
have
legacy.
to, and unless you want to say they're just not smart enough, the answer has to be there's a legacy, and that has to lead you to the conclusion
Right.
we still need affirmative action.
Robert,
That's what I would say. Okay.
I just want
I agree.
Robert, if conservatives on the Supreme Court overturn, affirmative action, I mean, you're a conservative, obviously an African American. Are you going to be offended? Are you going to feel that conservatives have undercut you?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Just checking.
All right. What does the anti-science crowd say scientists are wrong about global warming and environment, but are happy to trust them with drugs, space exploration, etc.? I don't know what that is.
No idea.
I don't know. Let's go back to Jimmy. Having interviewed so many celebrities and being a celebrity yourself,
Oh, thank you.
what are some negative aspects that come along with having fame? Yeah, Jimmy, what are some negative aspects for you?
Well, I mean, what do you do with all the money?
That's a tough
Women
one.
throwing themselves at you, it gets tiring. There are some negative aspects, but I'd look like an asshole if I listed them. So,
Oh,
I
go
would just
ahead.
say-
We're only on the internet. No one-
Well, it's no fun when you come stumbling out of a bar and there's a guy with a camera in your face asking you what you think about some random subject, and then you're really too drunk to not answer him.
I didn't know you partied like that. Really? You come stumbling out of a bar?
Oh yes.
We have to talk. That's our show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go talk with Jimmy Kimmel and get to know him better.
Real Time with Bill Maher. Ask Bill and his guests your questions right after the show at HBO.com.